Hey guys, so this is just me. I was talking to this guy on Scruff, and he's cute as hell. Oh my god, he's really hot. But one of the things we were talking about was he was like, you know, when you first meet somebody, you get excited about them, and he says like, I meet these guys, and we mess around a little bit, and then they just vanish on me, which par for course. My part of this discussion was me saying I'm not really looking for bad sex repeatedly, because your first time with somebody is usually awkward. And all these guys that just have like first time, I'm sorry, I have itches. um, it's really dry and I don't look sunny, but it's cold as the devil outside. So, but you know, everybody's just after, hey, let's hook up. And it's like, yeah, I know. One person. It's easy to understand them. Once you start figuring out what somebody likes versus they don't like, by the time you get that going and these like one-nighters, they're done. And you're like, oh, that worked. And they're like, yeah, there's the door. And it happens far too much. So, not up for it, not going to work on it, don't give a shit. I'm not that guy. I just want to find my person. So I was explaining this to this guy, and he's like, yeah, and he starts going into this thing where he had been talking about he was just looking for no strings attached, not really looking for a relationship, and here I am saying, yeah, I am looking for a relationship. You're not, obviously, so I'm good. And he just changed his tune completely. And I sat there and I'm like, what color flag is this? But as we're talking, he's telling me the guys I'm meeting, they just want to hook up. They don't want anything else. I want to have conversations with them, and they just kind of want to leave. And I'm like, okay, so what's going on here? What's really happening here? Are you changing your tune because you're interested in me? Are you just changing your tune because I've given you the opportunity to say what you really want to say? There's a flag, and I can't tell the color of it. I feel a lot of times when guys like start switching up the conversation, like the guy from Lexington, when he would say something and be definitive about it. Like, I really don't like the following. And then I would say, well, but this is why I do like the following. And all of a sudden, well, I guess maybe I didn't give it enough of a chance, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, you had an opinion. It was very stark. And now you're switching it up. When people start doing that to me, flags go up. And it makes me question what's really happening in the background. Because I don't change my mind much. If I do, it's because you're giving me information. If you come up to me and said, the sky is not actually blue, this is the real color that I would call it. And I'd sit there and look at it and go, why? Well, did you know color, by the way, has a coordinate? It's called LAB. And you can fit on this thing in different orientations. And if they were to come up to me and say, well, the LAB says it's blah, I'd be like, oh, that's definitive answers. I can change my opinion based off of that. If you say, well, Thai red curry doesn't taste nearly as well as Thai yellow curry, I'd be like, I beg to differ. I refute that. That is hogwash, because it's an opinion. So when somebody takes their opinion and just gets really wishy-washy with it, I'm like, but I have an opinion, and my opinion is based on facts. Like, I know the taste of red curry is really good, and yellow curry is like, not the biggest fan. Peanut curry, I can live on peanut curry. But so, I have these, I don't understand when people start changing their minds on stuff. It's like, there's something going on there. And like I said, if somebody gives you the opportunity to actually speak your truth and you're allowed to do that and you feel comfortable doing it, that speaks volumes to me. I'm really good at getting people to tell me the truth. And obviously, if you have been used to people looking at you as meat, that's not good. And that would cause a lot of damage inside. I'm standing here in front of you guys in my underwear. This is what the dark, I showed you guys this morning, but the dark blue. The light blue shows off a little more than I'm comfortable with, but we'll live. So anyway, going back to my original purpose of this whole thing, sorry. If when I'm talking to people, I give them opportunity to voice their truth. And if they do it correctly, I believe them. I firmly believe the guy I was talking to is looking for something. And people have been treating him more like meat. And this guy is freaking gorgeous. He's got a beard. He's got the right amount of body here. I think I've talked about him previously, but oh my God. Definitely my type. Definitely somebody I could see myself talking to. I worry that what's actually happening in his head is that he's saying things to get into my pants. That's my major fear in all of this, is that I'm being objectified. So this is me being vulnerable. You can objectify me if you want. I don't care. If you're going to try to date me, I'm not the kind of guy that you do that to. So one of the things I also want to hit on while we're standing here talking, not only just, this whole thing where people are changing their opinions in a way that either is slightly manipulative or I've given them the ability to be honest. And those two things, you have to figure out which one's actually happening is difficult. Throw in there the concept of sex as a way of bonding with somebody. And then when do you actually say it's okay to do that? And the permissiveness in the community of saying, I really like you. I know it's our first date, but let's do the following. And is it actually a bad thing or is it an okay thing? Now, have I done either of those or both of those? Yes, I have. My ex-husband and I, we were together a month before we messed around. That was a long time. In gay years, that was like a millennia. Have I done the opposite, which is, met somebody, fooled around, and then dated? Yes, I have. Those are not mutually exclusive concepts. For some people, they are. The concept that you can't, get to know somebody and have it be a sexual relationship simultaneously, it's kind of weird. It's very weird. There shouldn't be this dichotomy. What is it about you that makes it so having sex with somebody means immediately that they're garbage? Or that you have to know somebody really deeply before that means something? None of that that's in you. That's you. That's your interpretation of the world. That is not the world. But then you have to be able to find people that you can say, okay, what is your interpretation of this act versus this act? Are you going to dump me because I'm okay with this? Or are you going to dump me because I'm not okay with this? In either direction, I would rather you be gone than judging me. And I'd rather you be gone than me having to worry about you. As an overthinker, the first thing you should know is it's better to over-communicate. And most guys don't even know how to communicate to themselves, much less to people outside of themselves. So, I'm going to wrap this up by saying, do you be happy with where you're at in the world? Also, don't judge people. Just don't. And if you are not certain about how you feel about something, don't do it. That's it. That's the extent of my learning of this entire lifetime. Boiled down to that. Can I have sex on the first date? Yes. Will there be a second date? Yeah. That's happened quite a bit. I'm good with it. I don't separate those things. Is it better to wait? Sometimes, yeah. Depending on how the other person is managing that action. If you walked up to me and said, if we sleep together tonight, we're never gonna get together as far as dating. I'd be like, then we're not sleeping together. If you said, hey, you know what? I'd really like to try to work this out because I don't think this is a true statement that sleeping together immediately means you can't do that. I'd be like, go for it. I don't know. What do you guys think? You tell me. What is your thing? Are you able to sleep with somebody and then build something beyond that, past that? Or is that like the kiss of death? Ooh, been there, done that. It's like, really? Somebody did something nice for you and you're going to treat them like garbage. I don't like you. That's exactly how that would turn out. You don't like me? Fine, I don't care. Let me know. There's a comment section below. And apparently, I'm very interested in what you have to say. Because I am. I love you guys. I love you, dude.